Relax. 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 Okay.
Relax, yeah.
Alright, so guys, look at who I've got on my channel today. He's finally agreed after almost 8 months of me begging him to come to my. I'm sure this is not new because a lot of people say this, but I'm not joking. It's so real that the nervousness, I'm sure he's just wondering, my goodness, how did I get myself involved in this? Better or for worse? This is one of the words. Better or worse? Which of them? Worse.
Well, yeah.
Okay, anyway.
What to do with it, yeah.
I've not actually introduced, so I wanted to introduce my channel. You've been watching my videos, right?
Of course I have.
Good, go on then.
Welcome to Loa's channel. That's not it. Maybe welcome to Loa's channel, and there's so many videos on this channel, so go and subscribe and watch as many as you can.
Oh, yeah, good. I'm sure we'll open your channel soon. Anyway, if you clicked on this video today, thanks for clicking. And if this is the first time you've come across my face, my name is Lua, and I'm here today with, introduce yourself.
The husband.
The husband has a name.
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel. Okay, so this is Emmanuel. Most people know him like Waziri. And I asked on Instagram and on my community tab as well as Facebook for some people to send questions for a husband tag. I have a lot of questions, I think about 8, but there's no way that we could respond to all 8 because there are questions that are deep. And if I just thought that the best thing to do to introduce him is to do a meet my husband video. So hopefully, and how we met. So once we tell our story, it'll answer a lot of the questions. And then if there's anything left you guys want to know, just go in the comment section and let's interact. Okay, so we're going to be telling you guys today, I don't know if it's a fairy tale story, we can call it a fairy tale for the first bit of our lives, and then we can do some later in the future. Because I cannot paint that it's all been rosy, can we?
Is it not?
Has it been? Is it rosy for anybody all through?
Well, it depends on what rosy is. I mean, it's been nice and it's been very good.
It has been, but I'm just saying that we don't want to give the impression that marriage is all about, it's all on a bed of roses all the time.
Even relationship with sister, there's always going to be ups and downs, so
true.
You just have to take more of the ups and downs.
That's true. That's true. That's his attitude. His mentality is always positive. Anyway, so without messing about too much, let's get straight in. Now, this is your video. I've been talking on this channel. People are fed up of hearing me talk. It's like that. it's you telling our story of how we met. Okay. Say the story like you're a very good storyteller. So say it like you'll say it to people you're sitting and watching. Because I think that I wanted to share our story because it's a bit unique and it's a bit cute and it's a bit special. That's why I've called it a bit of a fairy tale story. Our meeting, how we met.
We met in a nightclub. Yes,
we did. Is that so? Yes, we met in. I'm not saying that you just said we met in a nightclub when we were finished. That's where we met. True, but how did we meet?
There's a friend of my sister's. He came to the nightclub in what do we say, posse, or harem, or in a group.
A bevy of girls is called a bevy, a group of girls.
Okay. So there was about, how many of you? I'm not sure, maybe 7, 8, 9. And literally I had just arrived Cameroon the day before, myself and my young uncle, Uncle Malex. So the place I was happening in Limbe at the time. The time was Calypso, which is by the seaside in Limbe. So yeah, I mean, we were there, like I said, myself and my young uncle, and then my sisters, my cousins, and Laura happened to be one of the friends they came with. And that's how we met. I mean, we danced, I think, initially, and then talked, and then I think went outside of the nightclub by the seaside and talked some more, and yeah.
That's true. You've not said anything that was not true, but you have to zazz it up. people just imagine that. Oh, okay, so what? Let me try to add some pepper, some Maggi. So I'll say my own story. You said your friends, your sister said you're coming with their friends. Did they tell you?
Yes, they did say they would come. I mean, I expected they would come with friends, obviously.
Wait, really?
Yes. So I suppose if we were not there and they were going to go to the nightclub, they would go with their friends and all that.
So let me say my own. Let me say so from my lens, from my own eyes. You've said yours, yeah. So, how many years ago was this?
That was in 2004.
December 14, something like that.
December 13th, which Friday, absolutely. Yeah.
So I was at university. His sisters and cousins who have been friends of mine, more like sisters. We lived in the same estates or halls of residence, and it was that particular weekend. I had a very stressful week in school. And I just wanted to go to my parents in Douala, and they said, no, there's no point you going. We have my brother and my young uncle have just come from the UK, I think the day before. Yes, on the Thursday. And they want to go to the club. Not been to Cameroon how long? You've not been to Cameroon in a while.
I have not been for like 14 years.
Yes, about that, yes. So they're not seeing you for that long, so there's all excitement, and I was really not keen on going. I know that this sounds cliche, but I was not. I had other things to do. I was going to just go and relax. And they insisted. I just think, okay, why not nightclub? We'll go and have fun. There was a running joke. I know your sister said, actually, if we've got two people you can choose. And they said to all of us, we're like, yeah, right. Got to the club. I think we got in at the same time. I don't even remember what.
Well, I think we got in a little bit earlier, but like 5 or 10 minutes, and then you guys came in
in the group.
Yeah. And
I remember spotting two gentlemen, and and I spotted him. Oh my God, he was. If you could draw your dream man, he was that dream man.
That's good looking, yes.
Yeah, good looking, weren't you? He looked very polished, spoke very well. In fact, he ticked my boxes. Before he spoke anyway, he looked good. I thought, oh my God, I didn't want to come here. I'm glad I did. And there were two chicks that said, no, there was no way we were going to choose. This was my own person. And when I set my eyes to something, I did not hold back with that.
No, but that was measured in English.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Then, did you ask me to dance, or did I ask you to dance? I don't remember.
I think you might have done, because I was sitting down and then you asked it. Well, yeah.
Actually, I think I did.
Yeah.
But this story has a part B.
Oh, does it?
It does. A very, very interesting part B, which I'll introduce and then we'll finish another day. If more of you ask. Anyway, not all.
Oh, interestingly, we exchanged numbers at the end of the night, and I went away with the family to the village because we're in Cameroon for our family meetings, rides, and dry dyes, as we call them. And then after the family events, I decided I would try and call the young lady that I met.
So basically I've described you. How you were this, that.
I'm coming to that.
No, but when you telling your part of the story, you just said you were the bevy of girls and then this. You did not even, there were many of us then, I just wanted to dance.
But then, I'm talking, I was going to say, okay, after the family events, I decided to call the young, beautiful lady that I'd met in the club and whose number I had taken, or we had exchanged numbers, and realized that I did not have the number anymore, which was quite interesting because I was sure I registered the number. Then it occurred to me that my sisters might have deleted the number off my phone for whatever reason.
That's up to them.
Yeah. So what I did was I threatened, maybe honing on the soft spot, and threatened that particular person to say, if I don't get the number, then there will be no continuation of any kind of support that I was giving them at the time. And truly, to my suspicions, the number was produced, and I called a young, beautiful lady and agreed to meet up.
Okay. That's true. From my own lens, I'll let him talk. From my own lens, what happened that night? I don't know if you ever said this, but or you remember that when I met you, you were so smitten by me. But the fact that you were staring at me on your cousins, this was like, I went to the toilet, like, did you just see him look at her almost drool? And I was just like, yes, I saw that. Man, it was the fact that he was smitten and I was as well. It was just like, when you meet somebody and he smelled so good. He spoke so gentle, and I was the opposite. Sorry, I was just like, opposite till today, really. Anyway, outside, not. I have to say that I appear to be a scattered person, but he was so smitten. He said to me that I've come for this, and we're going to the village. Do you want to come? You asked me.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God, this is the kind of thing that you read in novels, like you met a guy, he takes you off. I'm like, of course. And he's like, okay, we'll in the morning I'll call you. So he said that, I was like, oh, this is like what do you read? I was so smitten. And in the night we went, like he said, we went to the rivers. There was like, it's attached to like the sea.
The banks of the
river. I was really, then it was still quite new.
Yeah,
it was so nice. It was a nice place. We went out, we just talked. It's like what you read in the book. I thought, oh God. And I went home. I met one of my closest friends. She didn't come, Carol. And I said to her, oh my God, Carol, you missed. She's like, what did I miss? I said, you missed the club yesterday. She's like, oh, okay, how was it? I said, I met this guy who, honestly, if he asked me to marry him, I'll say yes. She was like, she was laughing. So I said, no. She said, I think I've heard that. I said, no. I'm serious. Like, this guy, I think that I've met my match and I've met somebody who will calm me down. And then she said, we'll talk about this in a few months. That's what she said. Anyway, so I packed my bags. How naive was I? I was quite young. I packed my bag and I was waiting. I couldn't even sleep. I was just like, when you're sleeping, love, you just sleep, open your eyes and dream. Waited. I saw his sister. I said, we're going. She took her back. She's like, oh, Lou, have a nice. It was Christmas.
Yes.
Yes, it came in December. So obviously, like when it's Christmas time, back home.
It'll be the week before
Christmas. So it's holidays. Yes. I mean holidays as well for Christmas, isn't it? She said, oh, we're going. I said, where are you going to? I was like, she said, we're going to Bamenda. So I thought, oh, I'm going to have that call now. He said, just come. And I was ready to go, to Bamenda from Boya, if you know Cameroon. I waited. I told my friend, this man has not called him. He's like, She was so awkward. She said, no, he'll call. I looked at my phone and I texted his sister. I said, safe journey! Wait, just to reconfirm that he had not packed to pick me up. He did not come to say, let's go. I just packed my things and I went home for Christmas.
Okay, it's good.
It's good. It's good.
At least it was Christmas time, you spending Christmas with families.
I was not going to spend Christmas with you. I was going for your occasion that you said. Anyway, I went home and I just said, oh God, this time that I've decided to be good, to be dedicated, the man has just done that to me. And that was my own lens way of looking at this. And I looked at my phone for 2 weeks, right? The whole of December finished. I didn't hear. I heard from 31st. You didn't call me till. Remember, your sisters texted me on Christmas Day. I not heard from you. She said, "Oh, I said, oh, Mary, how are you people all doing?" It's like, everybody's fine. Everybody in the house. It's like, yes, okay. Oh, nice. I said, this is real, and I was too pride to ask about him because I thought he's made his choice. He just came, saw me, and he had just landed, and then he saw me, and then he's gone and seen everybody else that doesn't want me anymore, and then. Did you want to say something?
No, it wasn't that. I mean, it was a family thing, and when we went to the village, it was just us as family in the village at that point in time. So we needed the event to go right to the end before we can start doing individual things.
I'll ask you another day, maybe not on camera, why you told me to take me there.
It could only have been because I hadn't been in Cameroon for a while, and we had not had a family meeting to finalize the planning for the event.
Okay.
So I thought it was then possible to have other people. I mean, invite people, but then to have somebody stay as a guest of yours at that point in time. And the family compound.
Is it not anything to do with the fact that obviously we're not an item, we're not married, and you'd be disrespectful?
It would have been that aspect of it as well, especially introducing a friend in the compound.
Somebody who you just met, they'll just be like, a bit callous.
Especially at that point in time, they were very worried about security. Whatever was transpiring in Cameroon, it wasn't very safe, it wasn't this and that.
This is a good, almost 18 years ago, actually, right?
Almost every time to go out in Bamenda, they say, watch out this, watch out this. It was quite,
So yes, anyway, so that's how we met in a nutshell. Conclude on this, he called me, so I was with my niece, and was on holiday, and he had this, the voice is very, very peculiar. Maybe like our president's voice when somebody who's been drinking. I was like, this man with his British accent is calling me.
No, yes, I mean, all I remember is, maybe it's my way of remembering the good things, is how we were then able to meet and then, take it from there.
We met, he came to my town, my parents picked me up and we went to a very nice nightclub. We were young.
Yes.
So I don't know why we keep going to nightclubs. It's not too good for me.
It was Blue Note.
Blue Note, yes. It was Blue Note. Yeah, we went to Buffett and I said, no. And I took you to the real place. I knew where it was happening. Yeah, Anyway, we went there and we'll talk about our story because there's a lot that happened after. We meant to travel in a week. And then tell them what you did.
To postpone my return back to England. And I think I stayed maybe an extra 2 weeks.
2 weeks? It was how was it called? Whirlwind romance. Yeah. It was sweet. It was like, I always say that it's a fairy tale because a few months later, when you came back to the UK in January, I came.
Yeah, you came
in September. End of August.
So that would have been like
7 months. And before that, England never came up. It was more the US. But when I met this man and we're talking, then we should talk every day. Weren't we?
Most days, yes.
Yes. Okay. Distance thing, and he was so sweet, and I came here, and the rest is history. And I'll tell you another part if you want to listen. If you have any questions to ask, any more comments, share your own story, feel free to put in the comment section. And if you've enjoyed this, you know what to do. Tell them what to do.
Watch videos or subscribe and like and watch more videos.
Okay, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Thank you.